What's good with you, YouTube? You guys are now watching another segment of the TheCaliEffect, King of Games. Today, we're going to be watching an exciting matchup between Blue Eyes and Dark Magician. As Blue Eyes starts to go first, TJ is going to normal summon Draco Net, but it's going to be met by my Ash Blossom and Joyous Spring. Fortunately enough for TJ, he has the Call by the Grave, and he's going to be able to special summon Galaxy Serpent to his side of the field. Now, it's going to be really interesting to see how Blue Eyes Chaos Guardragon is going to make its board. Just follow along. He's going to use both of those monsters for a synchro summon into Ib World Challenge Justiciar, activating her effect, which allows him to add a World Legacy card from his deck to his hand. He's going to go ahead and add and activate his World Legacy Guardragon. World Legacy Guardragon allowing him to special summon that Galaxy Serpent back to his side of the field. Those two monsters can now be used for a link summon to trigger Justiciar's other effect. He's going to use it for a link summon into the land, Full Linkus, and then he's going to activate the effect of his Justiciar, which allows him to special summon one World Chalice monster from his deck to his side of the field. In comes World Chalice Guardragon, which has another amazing extending ability, but that will be for a little bit later. Using the World Chalice Guardragon for a link summon, he's going to make Guardragon LP, and then use his World Legacy Guardragon to move the LP one space over. So now Lanfornicus is pointing to the exact same arrow where LP is. Special summoning Omni Dragon Brotar from his deck to his side of the field. He's going to discard an Eclipse Wyvern, and now he's able to add a Light Cyberse or Dark Dragon monster from his deck to his hand. He's going to add the Chaos Emperor Dragon, triggering the effect of his Eclipse Wyvern, banishing a level 7 or higher dragon monster from his deck, and he'll be able to add it when that Eclipse Wyvern is banished itself. Using the Omni Dragon Brotar, he's going to make the Guardragon Pisky to the opposite arrow of where Guardragon LP will point to, meaning that he can special summon a monster to his side of the field, but I'm going to go ahead and summon Thanos. Big Daddy Thanos, the Altar of Realities, is going to allow me to mix up my hand and special summon himself to the side of the field, as well as prevent my opponent from targeting cards on my side of the field. Thanos is a really good card against link-based decks, such as Blue Eyes, Chaos Guardragon, or just Chaos Danger Thunder Dragon Crusadia. It allows you to gain multiple resources and prevents your opponent from targeting some of your most critical threats. So TJ is definitely thinking about his play. It kind of doesn't stop him, as he's going to use the Pisty to special summon Omni Dragon Brotar back to his side of the field. And now he can use the Brotar and the Guardragon Pisty for a link summon. He's going to make his Argapane, and again, since LP and Lanfornicus point to the same arrow, he can use Argapane, but I do have the Effect Veiler drawn off of the Thanos. I'm able to prevent him from putting one negate on the board. TJ is then going to follow up by special summoning the White Dragon Calip Serpent, White Dragon Wyverbuster. Using the Wyverbuster and all of his monsters for a link summon, he won't be able to get that extra deck summon, but he will be able to still special summon Saryuja Skuldred and draw 4 cards from his deck, placing 3 to the bottom. Not before he activates the effect of his White Dragon, that's going to add a Black Dragon from his deck to his hand. And the reason why TJ does that is because you don't necessarily want to, if you activate the White Dragon first before you draw, you get to add the Black Dragon to your hand. And if you draw another Black or White Dragon, you can put it to the bottom of your deck. And you can also chain block your opponent from stopping the Saryuja, allowing you to draw cards. Sometimes drawing cards are more important than searching your White or Black Dragon. So TJ drawing his 4 cards. Blue Eyes doesn't necessarily have a board right now, just Saryuja Skuldred on the field. It's going to be exciting to see what TJ can follow up with in this Blue Eyes Chaos Guardragon strategy. Thinking about his next move, we know he has a Chaos Emperor Dragon in his hand. He's actually going to banish the Guardragon Pisty and Eclipse Wyvern to special summon it. And now the Chaos Emperor Dragon is 3,300 attack. That's pretty respectable. He can now use the effect of his Eclipse Wyvern at his Blue Eyes alternative that was banished, which only means that he has the Blue Eyes alternative and the Blue Eyes White Dragon in his hand. Special summoning the Blue Eyes White Dragon from the Saryuja Skuldred and the alternative through its effect. He's going to use both of those monsters for an Exceed summon into Divine Dragon Knight Felgrand. Felgrand is going to detach the Blue Eyes White Dragon because he has the Guardragon, World Chalice Guardragon in his graveyard, negating the Blue Eyes, but now he can trigger the effect of his World Chalice Guardragon and special summon Blue Eyes back to his side of the field. Now he can use both of those monsters for an Exceed summon into, that's right ladies and gentlemen, number 90 Galaxy Eyes Photon Lord. Now, TJ has 2 negates, but he's actually going to follow up with another card. Banishing the White Dragon Rival Buster, he's going to special summon Black Dragon Calip Surfeit, and then use both of those monsters for a link summon into his Celestial, Heretic Seal, Heavenly Spheres. I keep calling it Celestial. He's then going to activate the effect of his White Dragon to search a Black Dragon to search a White Dragon. I get confused with those cards sometimes. And then he's going to go ahead and pass his turn. TJ, even through the disruptions, was able to make 3 negates on his side of the field. One of them being Divine Dragonite Felgrand, which can protect any of his monsters. Photon Lord can negate for almost anywhere when he uses the effect on my turn to attach a Galaxy Surfeit to his side of the field. Should he have made Hope Harbinger? I mean, no, I still think that this is a very powerful disruption board, and since spell and trap cards don't necessarily destroy cards all the time, this is still really solid. So TJ's going to pass it right back to me, Thanos and Felground on the field. I can go ahead and use Thanos' effect to protect one of my monsters from being negated by the Felground, but, you know, you just activate the Photon board. And that's where our Dino Wrestling Pancatrops comes into handy. I'm going to summon it to the side of the field to force the activation of Galaxy Photon Lord, and TJ's going to respond by detaching non-Galaxy Surfeit. I'm then going to follow up with Dark Magical Circle, needing a good out to this. Dark Magical Circle could be the card that I need, because when I spot summon Dark Magician to my side of the field, I'll be able to banish a card on the field, and there's nothing that TJ can do to stop it. Yes, a card effect like Raigeki would break this board, but newsflash, nobody in the competitive circuit even runs Raigeki, so I'm going to normal summon my Magician's Rod, and now activating its effect, I'm going to add Magician's Navigation for my deck to my hand. Navigation will be able to special summon Blue Eye or Dark Magician to my side of the field, and I'll be able to rid one of those pesky cards that TJ has. The only problem is dealing with multiple of his negates or disruptions. That just might be a problem, but fortunately for me, I have another plan in mind. I'm going to attack with Thanos into his Heretic Seal, and Heretic Seal has 0 attack, so he's going to take a whopping amount of damage, or he can use the effect of Seal to bounce possibly my Thanos or my Magician's Rod, which is perfectly fine. He's going to use the Seal to bounce my Magician's Rod, not bouncing my Thanos, which would be a really smart idea. If he were to bounce the Thanos, then I would be able to summon it when he Link Summon again, and possibly add more disruptions to my hand to help me prevent him from playing Yu-Gi-Oh! Now, TJ is going to get a reward off of that. He's going to be able to special summon Destrudo Lost Dragon's Fission to his side of the field, and I know what you guys are thinking. TheCaliEffect, this Blue Eyes Chaos Guardragon deck profile is insane, or this deck is insane. How will we be able to see a deck profile? Well, ladies and gentlemen, if we can get this video to 500 likes, we can be able to see this amazing deck profile. So go ahead and like this video up, show some love, ladies and gentlemen. And if we get 500 likes, the Blue Eyes Chaos Guardragon deck profile will be available for you guys. For Patreons, it's been available for almost a week, so if you guys are already a Patreon, then go ahead and check it out. You've been able to see it for a while, and if you guys aren't a Patreon, well, maybe that might be a reason. I'm going to set some cards face down and then pass my turn. Yugi Moto is definitely clutching for his life right now as Kaiba has all of the resources. I'm going to activate Magician's Navigation. That's going to allow me to special summon Dark Magician to my side of the field, as well as being able to special summon a monster from my deck to my side of the field in the process. So Dark Magician and a Princess Illusion Magician are going to hit the field using a Princess Illusion's effect. You could say this is somewhat of a mistake because TJ's going to use his number 90 Galaxy Photon Lord to negate my Princess Illusion Magician search, and that's not only going to cost me a monster on my board, but the potential to boost another one of my monsters' attack strength stronger than what TJ can make. So he obviously could still negate it with the effect of his Photon Lord, so it's not necessarily a heavy loss. And then I think he used it because he already knew Dark Magical Circle was going to banish his monster. So the more you think about it, depending on what TJ could have put on the board, it could have been a mistake. Now, TJ going ahead and following up with a very saucy card in Heretic Dragon of Nuit. He's going to use the effect of his World Chalice, World Legacy Guardragon to move or target the Nuit, which will trigger its effect. I'm going to use the Phantom Knight's Fog Blade in response to that. I don't want that monster's effect popping off, because if it does, it's going to be really scary for him to get an additional dragon monster to his side of the field to start linking off with, or possibly just making some huge plays. TJ banishing a dark monster spell summon white dragon to his side of the field, using both of those monsters with the test link monster that we've been trying out in Twin Triangle Dragon. What it does is it allows him to pay 500 life points to spell summon a dragon monster from his graveyard to his side of the field. He's going to use that to spell summon Blue Eyes alternative white dragon back to his side of the field. And it was special summoned properly, so it's all good. Now the Phantom Knight's Fog Blade should be to the graveyard. I'm going to go ahead and correct that. And TJ is still in a pretty good position. His Blue Eyes alternative white dragon can attack. His Destrudo isn't the best card in the world, so his Felgrand is his only real threat. If I'm actually allowed to play Yu-Gi-Oh! After TJ's broken board, then I just might be in trouble. Unfortunately for me, TJ has other plans. He has plenty of cards. Banishing 3 light monsters from the graveyard. He's going to be able to spell summon one of the reasons why this is a Chaos deck inside of Chaos Dragon Leveilleur. Now, Leveilleur allows him to special summon a monster from his graveyard to his side of the field. Since he did banish 3 lights, he's going to take full advantage of that and bring back the exact same Heretic Dragon of Nuid. The problem with Heretic Dragon of Nuid is that it is not once per turn. This card's really scary because it's not once per turn. Why did they make this card a soft once per turn? Meaning that you can use its effects as many times as you wish, as long as it leaves the field and comes back in some fashion. So now TJ using his Twin Triangle, his Chaos Dragon, and his Destrudo for a link summon into his Saryuja Skull Dread. He won't be able to get the draw, but he will be able to get the special summon. Using the Destrudo in his graveyard, he's going to target his Heretic Dragon. And now he's going to trigger the effect of his Heretic Dragon of Nuit to special summon Blue Eyes White Dragon from his deck to his side of the field. Special summoning that Destrudo as well as the end sequence. He is going to be able to make some plays using both Blue Eyes for a link summon. It doesn't really matter. Both of those monsters were pretty weak this time around. He's going to make number 38 Hope Harbinger. And then he's going to go ahead and synchro summon into, that's right, the FA Don Drag Boy. This is crazy. Even after breaking his board, TJ was allowed to make a fresh one. He's going to have 3 more disruptions on the board, and then he's going to pretty much win the game. I don't really have much else to fight with that. That Hope Harbinger is way too strong. Going into game 2, Dark Magician has to have a trick up its sleeve because the Blue Eyes Dragon has outpowered it. Now, as you guys know, Dark Magician has never lost to Blue Eyes on my channel. We have had a squeaky clean record of 3-0. But the new Blue Eyes Chaos Guardragon deck, as well as compounded with the fact that Dark Magician hasn't had the type of support, the luxury that Blue Eyes has had, is putting us in a tight spot. Normal summoning Magician Rod. I'm also going to discard the Magician's Navigation and spell summon a Princess Illusion Magician, and that's actually going to spike a combo. I'm going to be able to add Dark Magician from my deck to my hand. Using both the Magician's Rod and the Princess Illusion Magician, we're going to perform our link summon. And yes, we're going to some dark days, ladies and gentlemen, because we're going to go ahead and make the Nightmare Phoenix and then the Nightmare Phoenix to make the Nightmare Mermaid. Using the effect of Nightmare Mermaid, we'll be able to discard the Dark Magician that we added. We'll be able to special summon a Nightmare monster from our decks to our side of the field. It's not Ibli. It's the Orcust Nightmare. Now, I know some of you guys may be a little disappointed that this deck may have an Orcust engine. But if you want to see the deck profile, let's try to get this video to 1,000 likes. I think that that's very, very reasonable. Not only will I show you guys a Dark Magician deck that uses the Orcust engine, we'll be also able to show you some alternative versions of the deck that you just might like. I'm going to banish the Orcust Nightmare after making the Galtea, and then use the Orcust Nightmare's effect to send the Harporer to use its effect to special summon the Orcust Symbol Skeleton. I thought it was only fair that if TJ in his Blue Eyes deck got Guardragon and Chaos, it would be only fair for me to be able to gain the effects of Orcust and Phantom Knight. I mean, it seems like the next era or the next level of what Blue Eyes and Dark Magician would do inside of this format to remain competitive. Summoning Rusty Bardish, we're going to send Ancient Cloak and then Ancient Cloak's effect to add a Phantom Knight's monster from my deck to my hand, as well as getting a Fog Blade to my side of the field. You guys should be very familiar with this combo if you are in the competitive circuit, as I'm going to be using the effect of my Symbol Skeleton to spell summon my Galtea back to my side of the field. And now Galtea's effect to shuffle in the Harp Horror this time around. I'll be able to special summon a monster later. Now, the reason why this is so powerful inside of the Dark Magician build is because I figured that a lot of times you needed a link arrow pointing downward. And in this particular situation, that link arrow pointing downward could be Nightmare Mermaid, which would summon Orcus Nightmare, and then you can pair it with a Dark Magician for a rank 7 play. That would have been really awesome. And then when I didn't draw the combo, I can then do this Phantom Knight Orcus play, which is just really powerful, making the Dingirsu on top of the Galtea. We're going to attach that Symbol Skeleton and use both of those monsters for a link summon. And what we're going to make is right back into the Galtea. And the crazy thing is, I can activate my Orcus Babel, and then use the Galtea to set the Orcus card back to my side of the field. I thought that was pretty cool. But the Dingirsu play is a lot stronger. Getting that Crescendo is powerful, but man, I don't know. Just having this on the board is just really powerful already. So now I'm going to activate the Dark Magical Circle. We're going to draw, or not draw 3 cards. We're going to excavate 3 cards, or I'm sorry, look at 3 cards from the top of my deck. And we're going to add Dark Magician from our decks to our hand. Really lucky off of this Dark Magical Circle. So far, we've just been getting mad value from it. Searching through my graveyard, I've already used my Boots play. I'm going to follow with more cards face down and then activate my Orchestrated Babel. And now I'll be able to pass my turn right back to TJ. Let's see if you can counter this board, Blue Eyes. TJ is going to start off his turn by normal summoning that Heretic Dragon of Nuid. And then he just so happens to have the Destrudo in his hand, using it on the Nuid to special summon himself to the side of the field. Triggering the effect of a Nuid, I'm actually going to allow it. You guys are going to see a card that is extremely strong in Yu-Gi-Oh! Petite Dragon? The best monster in the deck, ladies and gentlemen. What was he doing with that? I guess you guys have to wait for the deck profile to find out. Using the Orcus Symbol Skeleton, I'm going to be able to banish itself to special summon the Dingirsu to my side of the field. And then I'm going to use the effect of Dingirsu and the Phantom Knight's Rusty Bardish. Now, I know I'm picking up 2 cards. I don't know why I'm touching 2 cards. I'm actually using the effect of Dingirsu to attach and the effect of Rusty Bardish to destroy. So the Dingirsu is going to attach the Symbol Skeleton. The Bardish is going to put the Destrudo back to the bottom of the deck. And then I'm going to activate Eternal Soul to special summon Dark Magician to my side of the field to provide another disruption through Dark Magical Circle, banishing the Heretic Seal. So this is putting TJ in a very bad spot. When Blue Eyes Chaos Guardragon can't start off with his normal summon and pop off with that combo, it becomes really hard unless you have some other parts. Unfortunately, TJ doesn't have it. He's going to pass it right back in this, and I'm going to hop up out the bed. Get my swag on as I use both of those monsters for a link summon into Underclock Taker. And now activating the effect of our Eternal Soul. Or no, we're not going to activate the effect of our Eternal Soul. We're going to activate the effect of our Magician's Navigation to spell summon Dark Magician from our decks to our side of the field. And then we'll also be able to spell summon a Spellcaster monster from my decks to our side of the field to follow. With that, we're going to be able to spell summon a monster that is really good in Dark Magician and really bad for every meta deck. We're going to spell summon Kaiku, the Ghost Destroyer, which has applications in every matchup. In TJ's situation, it has so many applications in his matchup because he can't special summon those banished monsters. But against Orcust, of course, they can't banish those cards. Against Solomon Great, you can pick some really good cards out of their graveyard. Against Danger, well, of course, they can't banish those cards. I'm then going to use those 2 Dark Magicians for an Exceed Summon into our Ebon Illusion Magician to spell summon a Dark Magician from our decks to our side of the field. And now I can use the effect of our Eternal Soul to spell summon a Dark Magician, banish the Petite Dragon, and then go for game. This game has been exciting, ladies and gentlemen. I know you guys want to see both of those deck profiles. Again, we just got to get those likes up. TJ is going to start off his turn by the Draco Net, and unfortunate for me, I have no interruptions. He's going to be able to spell summon the Galaxy Serpent from his deck to his side of the field. And now he's going to use both of those monsters for a Synchro Summon. Now, he's going to be able to spell summon in World Challenge Justiciar, and then activate the Justiciar's effect to allow him to add a World Legacy card from his deck to his hand. Now, he could add World Legacy Succession if he already has the Guardragon, but he's going to need that Guardragon, so he's going to go ahead and search and activate it. Using the effect of World Legacy's Guardragon, he's going to spell summon Galaxy Serpent, and now he's going to use both of those monsters for that ever so powerful Link summon. Justusher and Surfeit to make the land Fornicus. And here's where TJ does drive away from his normal combo. He's going to spell summon that World Legacy Guardragon, but he's so mean with it. He's going to take that combo and do a whole nother scheme with it. Depending on his hand sequence, he can make an even bigger combo, and TJ sees the opportunity. Spell summoning back the Guardragon, the Galaxy Surfeit through his World Legacy Guardragon. He's going to use it for a Link summon to Guardragon Pisty. Now, since Pisty and LP are both touching each other or pointing to the exact same zone, he can use this LP's effect to spell summon a dragon monster from his deck to his side of the field. He's going to spell summon his Heretic Dragon of Nuid. And then here's where the fun comes, as he's going to use his World Legacy Guardragon to move his Nuid, and then activate his Nuid to spell summon Blue Eyes from his deck to his side of the field. Now he has enough monsters to make a Saryuja Skull Dread play, which he's definitely going to do. Using all 4 of those monsters before he even makes the Argapane to make Saryuja Skull Dread, he's going to be able to draw 4 cards, and then place 3 to the bottom of his deck. TJ is putting himself in old state right now. He's in great hands. Tony the Tiger with the clutch right now. Because he hasn't used his Guardragon Pisty's effect, he can still use that monster to spell summon a dragon monster back to his side of the field, which I think, yes, he actually is going to do. So that Guardragon Pisty is going to allow him to special summon that Heretic Dragon of Nuit to his side of the field. And did I forget to tell you guys, this guy's effect isn't once per turn. Using Saryuja Skull Dread's effect, he's going to special summon Omni Dragon Brotar. Brotar targeting the Nuid and then discarding a card to add a Light Dragon from his deck to his hand. Now, of course, that's going to trigger the effect of his Nuid yet again to be able to special summon a monster from his deck to his side of the field. And since he discarded Eclipse Wyvern, he's going to be able to trigger the effect of Eclipse Wyvern. TJ is popping off right now. His board may not look like it, but I'm telling you, his board will. Now, there is a slight misplay. TJ used the Omni Dragon Brotar to search a Dark Dragon instead of the Light Dragon, but it wouldn't have mattered. I can tell you that it wouldn't have mattered, because if I remember his hand sequence, he still would have been able to pop off. I don't even think he summoned the Chaos Emperor Dragon on top of that. I'm not just sure, but I know it did matter because he had another way to search his Chaos Emperor Dragon or draw into his Chaos Emperor Dragon if need be. So he's going to spell summon that Blue Eyes White Dragon to his side of the field because it did target his Heretic Dragon. And as you guys said, he doesn't have a way to make Argapane. Well, now he does. Argapane only requires 2 dragon monsters, so he can actually use the Saryuja Skull Dread and the Heretic monster for a Link summon to his Argapane into his main monster zone, but it looks like he may have a different idea using the Blue Eyes White Dragon using the Heretic and another monster in Omni to make the Argapane. Argapane to summon Hot Red Dragon Archfiend. And now he can continue to pop off with his pays, banishing a light monster to spell summon his Black Dragon Calip Serpent. He's going to banish that Eclipse Wyvern to add that Chaos Dragon Leveaneer. And now he's going to use monsters for Link summons, ladies and gentlemen. Whoa! Using all 4 of his monsters again, he is going to make Saryuja Skull Dread number 2. And then he's going to be able to draw 4 more cards and place 3 to the bottom of his deck. So while we are here, ladies and gentlemen, I just wanted to say, I know you loving the mat. TheCaliEffect, where'd you get that mat from? Well, you guys can check out our boys at Imperium Duelists. Go down below in the comments section or in the description, and then click on that link. I'll give you guys an extra little sauce to it. You can get 10% off your entire purchase by using code TheCaliEffect10OFF. That's right, 10% off your entire purchase. You'll get something and you'll be able to help support the TheCaliEffect as well. So this is the reason why it didn't matter. TJ actually had the Melody of the Dragon Awakening, which just means that his sequence should have been a little bit different. He's going to add the Chaos Dragon Leveaneer as well as probably a Blue Eyes counterpart from his deck to his hand, Blue Eyes White Dragon, and he'll still be able to pop off with the exact same combo. So yes, we can forgive the Chaos Dragon being searched off of the Heretic Dragon. TJ putting himself in an insanely good spot. Yes, it only looks like he only has 1 Negato on his side of the field, but sometimes this deck takes a little bit of time to be able to get its best combos. So TJ forgetting to add Black Dragon Caleb Serpent, I say sure, go ahead. It's not like I drew the best of hands anyways. No, but he was going to say go ahead anyways because, yeah, we want to show how awesome this combo is. We're always in for the sport of entertainment. So when we do make a mistake, we want to fix that mistake to get you guys the best gameplay ever. So he's going to special summon that Blue Eyes alternative White Dragon by revealing the Blue Eyes and then special summoning the Blue Eyes White Dragon through Saryuja Skull Dread's effect. He essentially has 3 level 8 monsters on his side of the field. TJ's not even going to stop there. He's then going to go ahead and, I want to say he wants to use these monsters. No, it looks like he's banishing monsters from his graveyard. What is going on, TJ? Why are you just too strong right now? Banishing a light and a dark monster. He's going to special summon that Chaos Emperor Dragon to his side of the field. And now he's going to use double Blue Eyes White Dragon for an Exceed summon into his Divine Dragon Knight Felgrand. He's then going to follow up with Alternative and the Chaos Emperor for an Exceed summon into his number 90 Galaxy Eyes Photon Lord. And lastly, I think he's going to special summon that Levianeer to his side of the field. I think he has 2 in his hand. He's going to detach, okay, yeah, he's going to detach for the Saryuja Skull Dread to negate the, detach to negate the Saryuja Skull Dread. And then he's going to banish 3 light monsters for his graveyard to special summon that Levianeer. Levianeer is going to use its effect to special summon Blue Eyes back to his side of the field. And ta-da! He has the exact same board, except even stronger this time around. TJ is going to put 4 negates on the field. I couldn't be more proud of him. I mean, I wish it wasn't against me. But a Hope Harbinger, Photon Lord, Galaxy Eyes Felgrand, or a Felgrand, and a Hot Red Dragon Archfiend Abyss, as well as banishing the special summon the White Dragon River Buster, using both of those monsters for a Link summon into his Heretic Seal. 5 negates, ladies and gentlemen. How is Dark Magician going to beat this? Passing his turn, he's going to use the effect of his Galaxy Eyes Photon Lord. He's going to attach that Galaxy Serpent, so now we can destroy a card if need be. So what do I have? Super Polymerization plus the Great Beast in the Sky. No, I'm going to shake his hand. Thank you guys so much for watching another segment of the TheCaliEffect. I really hope you guys enjoyed this video. If you did, go ahead and give it a like. And if you really did, consider joining our Patreon. We have some awesome rewards. Please like, comment, subscribe. But most of all, enjoy. I hope you guys are having a great day like I am.